Namaste everyone and welcome to Data Millennials.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our Excel series. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use line mini chart in a cell of Excel. Okay, so let's go to our example first and understand the example. So suppose you are a country manager or you are the sales manager of a company, and what you need to do is that you need to show a trend line to your management team that how your sales figure is going on. So in column A, we have sales region. So I have given this hypothetical 10 sales region, and this is the months. And these are basically your profit values. So somewhere you will see that your profit value is minus in minus. So in real life scenario, what happens is that sometimes you sell something and your customer comes back and say that, okay, this product is faulty, I don't want this product, you have to return my money. Or while you are transporting the product, it got damaged. Okay, so the customer won't buy it and you don't have any way to do anything to do with that product, right? So it might cause you a loss. Okay, so what we need to do is that we need to create something in this cell, column J, so that which can show you a trend line for last 7 or 8 months. Okay, most of the people, what will they will do is that they will create a big chart or graph to show the trend line, but we are not going to do that. What we are going to do is that we are going to create a simple line chart which will show the trend that how exactly the regions are performing. Okay, so before that, what I'll do is that I'll increase the size of the cells so that I can have a better view of my data and my trend. Okay, so I'll put trend here. Now what I need to do to insert a mini chart is that I need to go into my insert tab first. Then within this insert tab, you will see this line. This is a line sparkline. It's a kind of a mini chart which shows you the trends based on your selection of ranges. So what I need to do, I need to click on it. Okay, now the first thing that it asks me is the data range, where my data is residing. So I'll click on this small button and then I'll select this data. Okay, now choose where you want the sparkline to be placed. So I have already chosen this J2, right? Or if you want to choose some other cell, you can choose it, but for me, I'll choose this J2 cell. Then I'll click again on that button and I'll click OK. You see my trend line is ready. So whenever I see this, or even if I don't see this part, I'll know that my trend was good in starting, but in the middle or in the second or third of the month it got dipped, and then again it got high, then it got dipped, and again it's getting on the downside, right? So when we had created this, is there any way that I can design it in a more better way? And yes, that is, we can go to design. Okay, here is your sparkline color. You can choose the color. So for example, I'm choosing red. Okay, it's asking me the sparkline, sorry, marker color. What kind of marker do you want? So for negative point, I want black. So whichever is in loss, I want it to be represented by a marker in black. Okay, so at this point you can see there is a negative, so in the third month. So now if I zoom out a little bit, okay, you will see that this was the first month. This small marker here is showing the second month. This down point, the marker shows me the third month. So in March 2020 I had a loss. Okay, now if I again go to design and if I click on high point, you will get a marker for high point. If I click on low point, again it will put a marker on the low point, but right now my low point is the loss one. So I have already from this marker color, I had already put the negative point, right? So whichever you see here first, the first point, high point, last point is already present here. It's the same option. Either you select from here or you can select it from here. So I'll remove this low point here because I've already selected it as black. Okay. Now the first point, it is always the first point, the first month. So already the marker is there. The last point, so when I click on the last point, you'll see that the marker appears here. Okay, this is the last month, and this marker basically presents all the months. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 months. Okay, now if I want to design it into another way, then I can click on this small drop down which shows me the more options, right? And I can choose the different color. Okay, so for example, if I go with this blue and red one, or sorry, black and red one, it will change the color. Okay, now I had created this mini chart for the single range which is from B2 to I2, right? And now I need to replicate this for all of these ranges. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll go to my last cell, then I'll select this entire range from above. Either I can press Ctrl D to replicate this graph on all of these cells, and by default, automatically it will take the range of this one. So for example, if I show you, I'll go to J2 and I will press Ctrl D. Okay, so I've selected till I went to J3, then I had selected range till J2 and I press Ctrl D. So what it did is that it takes the range of this one, this row number 3, from B3 till I3. Okay, now if I want to drag it, I can drag it here. Again, the range will be automatically corresponding to the left side of the range which I have used earlier. Okay, now if I'll drag it till the last region, which is region 10. So this is my trend graph. Now if I don't want my management team or other person to see this data, I can hide this one. Okay, even, oh sorry, my mistake. So what I can do is that I can hide it, but when I'll hide it, the data in this chart won't show. That is one limitation of this line graph. Okay, so what I'll do is that I won't hide it, but I'll make sure that it doesn't get visible. Okay, here. Now even if I put it like this, my trend will be here, it will be shown, right? So the next thing that I want to do is that let's check if I hide this column, then what will happen. So if I hide this column, you are getting data only for 6 range, which is, sorry, you're getting data for 7 range, which is this one. Okay, so once you hide a column, you won't be able to represent it in the line chart. So that is the disadvantage of line chart. So I will hide it. Okay, so this is the trend, and based on this trend you can see that whether your profit is going up or down, right? So we have reached at the end of this video. In our next video, I'll show you the column bar. Similarly, the way we had created this line chart, I'll show you how you can create column charts.
Hey, if you find this video insightful, then do check out other videos and hit the like and subscribe button.